Hi, my name is Dr. Scott Young with Hearing Solutions Centers, and today we're going to talk about the Hearing Solutions Center's vision, and we're also going to talk about personalized care. Coming right up. Okay, so I've got some notes here. I'm going to be looking at this, but I want to share with you something that happened. It's got to be about 5 or 7 years ago. I was at this place called Karis Business School, and it's just a conference, and it's in Colorado Springs. And you know, it's really kind of cool information. I go downstairs, and it's a marketing class kind of thing. And in that time frame, I'm bawling like a baby, and people are like, "What's going on?" I mean, like over marketing, had nothing to do with that. I believe that God was kind of pushing me about how we wanted to look at the vision and mission of what we were. And it was pretty fantastic, because I've been touched by the Lord at times, but I've never been touched like this. So that kind of started me on a quest. And you have to know a little bit about the story of us. You know, Hearing Solutions Center started in November of 05. And when we started it, there was a partner and I won't share his name because I don't want to get into it with this. I mean, he's the most wonderful guy you've ever met. He'd give you the shirt off his back anytime. His problem was his alcoholism was his best friend, and he protected it in every way. And it was so difficult because we just went further and further in debt. And, you know, as I had to transition out, because I was basically trying to get the company to just go away. I had no way of making this thing work. There's this Audiology Group that was helping me with the vision and mission statement. Now, if I were to kind of calculate it, it was like a scale of 1 to 10, you know, my vision and mission statement when I first wrote was maybe a 6. And this isn't against them. They were trying to just come up with the basic thing. I didn't have time to really evaluate it. And it kind of was real basic. And it was basically like this, you know, that we'd be the premier brand with personalized care. But it was overall, it kind of sucked. It was just a bad vision and a bad statement. It was just too general. It wasn't going to do anything for me. But that Karis encounter was really powerful, and I really started looking at this in a different way. And there's this book called The Culture of Honor, and it's by a church in Bethel, Redding, California. It's a Bethel church, and you know, this was supposed to be about a vision and mission statement for churches. He kind of said it's not really going to work for businesses. I'm like, why not? And I teased through that book to find out what this was, and I found some really powerful things. I'm not going to give you everything in here, but I'll just kind of give you some points here. We will be known for excellence to hearing loss, musician hearing, hunter hearing, but we will also treat our patients with grace and honesty. Excuse me. Hearing Solutions Centers is a safe environment where problems are addressed without blame and shame, are replaced by respect and a focus to the solutions. The mentality of protection of our relationships to the rule book will be replaced with a protection of our relationship to one another. Honesty and truth with employees, coworkers will change the fear of violating the rule book into respect with the relationship with one another, so that honesty can build up and trust. Relationships hurt by distrust fracture businesses and lives, and repentance and forgiveness will be practiced within Hearing Solution Centers. The performance-based model of pleasing the rules will be replaced by by effective accomplishment within the ups and downs of the business seasons of our business. Sorry, I didn't say that real well. Management and ownership will forgive employees so that past behaviors are no longer indicators, for future performance. This forgiveness frees the individual up to try to make up for past decisions. Freedom anew each day will accomplish the task within the job description and answer future performance within this day, week, month, and year, as good as that person can make it. You might go like, what are you doing? What are you talking about? But we have operated in that kind of way, and it has made a massive difference. You guys have no idea. It's changed and revolutionized the way that we handle stuff. It doesn't mean you don't have to talk about it, but you talk about it without like trying to blame each other and point fingers and kind of say, well, what did I do? And, okay, what do I not want to do next time? And it's very freeing in that way too, but we actually operate with that with our patients too. You know, we individualize every single circumstance and not think about that past issues. And we talk to our patients about that same issues too. You know, individualized care, people say that and they talk about that, but they don't really understand it. I mean, hearing aids in the past used to be like, they were about $900 for, you know, even for a set of hearing aids could be like that. And this is 30 years ago or more. And what happened is that they only had a couple adjustments. Now, we have app-based hearing aids that are programmed through a programmer on our desk that goes through, you know, Windows. It goes through, it's called Cycle. It goes through NOAA. Then it goes through the manufacturer app or the manufacturer thing. It comes up there. It has to be read into the system in a Bluetooth way. It has to go through. And you're going, what? And if one of those have a problem, it becomes a big issue. And then the app has to, on the hearing aid, on the phone, person's phone, has to make sure that we have to run that thing with the right kind of phone, with the right kind of base software to, I mean, do you see what I'm saying? I mean, it just gets really complicated with that too. And we actually do all that stuff. We don't charge for that. And we want to keep taking care of that stuff. I mean, I sit there with patients all the time and I fix their iPhone that, you know, they're like, I hate the notifications on this thing. Well, we fix it up for them. Like, wow. It's just what I would want to do. And I think that's another way of looking at that. You know, we have this, excuse me, we have this 4-step process, and it's all about looking at ear canals. I mean, because every ear is totally different. There's no way to say what exactly can work. I had a guy, I don't know where he's from. He's on this YouTube channel and he writes a message. And by the way, if you ever write messages, I will answer you back. He's like, I have hearing loss in my right ear. What hearing aid should I get? Dude, I don't know. I can't tell you what it is. You want me to diagnose by internet? It doesn't happen. Because we're looking at the ear canal. See, the manufacturers, big box places, they can't do this. They can never, ever do this. They just can't look at it in that way. We're looking at your listening lifestyle. What do you do in your life situation? And how are those situations, do we have to customize the technology? Do we have to add a piece of technology that will work with it? And so what we tend to do is we bundle up things that will work with this. And so we don't sit there nickel and dime you every time you turn around. So we'll find the right kinds of devices or the right kind of earpieces. So if we make a mistake, it's on us. And it's just something that we do. And lastly, we make sure that we do your hearing loss prescription. Do you know that the average audiologist and dispenser, probably 80 to 90% of those people never ask for the prescription directly to the manufacturer. They just let the manufacturer show you put the curve in, and they'll show you a range, and then they kind of work from there. And I'm like, I'm not going to work with that kind of stuff because I'm much more picky about that. And so our whole staff has learned that kind of way, and we're really super picky about that. And I think if you will just take the effort and time to talk to us at heartulsa.com, HEAR Tulsa.com, you will find that we're doing stuff that very few other people are doing. Give us a call. I promise you we can make a big difference. But it comes from the people, from staff members, in management that will come right down to the patient and make a difference in your life. So if you like what we talked about, you can like, subscribe, but give us a call. Thank you so much.